Manchester has always been considered as one of the UK's greatest music scenes, showcasing a wide array of talented artists spanning a variety of genres. In recent years, a local hip-hop group known as the Mouse Outfit have emerged onto the UK hip-hop scene, gaining recognition for their jazz-infused hip-hop beats and energetic live performances. In this documentary, we will uncover more about Manchester's underground music scene, showcasing a community of artists who are collaboratively pushing Manchester in a positive direction and creating avenues for the upcoming talent which continues to emerge from the city.
Tell me who want text. Some of them grinding back, but y'all gonna bring the true liveness. Forward we have to move up, cause you know say the new vibe.
That's kind of like the raw kind of hip hop, Dilla-esque, boom bap stuff, kind of bass hip hop stuff that I'm sort of doing at the moment and I'm well into.
To get you moving, use it to get you moving, that sound like
Yes, this is the Three Wise Men. Myself, Kiva, Afro Sam, Brian Mike.
The guys.
Yeah. Fucking, yeah.
Is you with me? Is you with me? Oh yeah. As one, complete, move on. As we can't see something cause there's nothing to see, but I'll show you mine, get me up on the beat.
Them people are flipping showing massive love and support to people who are in the city.
To the scene as well,
making music, and they'll definitely, if they get a chance, they can give you a boost, you know what I mean, like they have with us.
Yeah, no, they're definitely giving us a platform.
Yeah,
we're sleeping around like,
yeah.
You know what I mean, I don't know what we'd be doing without that platform.
Yeah.
Large up man, like the mass stuff, you know
all the levels
get
crew and everyone, you know.
In the whole scene, innit? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, it's kind of about.
Cheers the districts, full up with a bag of man to smack a show. And if you're backing it, you better have a go.
I'm with the mic and I spit another 32 plus another 30 few, certain to be making you.
Yo, it's Children of Zeus, myself, Tyler Daly, and pretty quick.
This is why I'm still standing. Cause I listen when my mother said, Mother told me to stand.
Yeah, man, Mouse Outfit, I have to say, I'm a fan of what they do. I think just bringing that soulful kind of element what we bring, you know, but obviously they've got it in a bit more of a kind of, it's a bit more of a, I don't know, classier kind of way maybe. We're kind of the ghetto version of that. But yeah man, I really respect what they're doing at the minute. I love the whole live thing and that, and you know, pushing Manchester in a nice place, and I love the collabos that they've been doing. So yeah man, big up.
Rowdy bad, out to get mashed up, out to get mad, bad to get crushed up loud when I sat underfunded, no wonder hungry, still wonder punk kids, see me rowdy bad, out to get mashed up, out to get mad, bad to get crushed up loud when I sat underfunded, no wonder hungry, still wonder punk kids, see me rowdy bad.
It was kind of really just kind of noticing that there was a groundswell of creative talent kind of coming to maturity in Manchester, and it was like, right, either we try and pull something together now, or you know, it's just going to get to a stage where everyone's too busy with their own careers to do it. So it just kind of like made sense really.
The Mouse Outfit was established in 2008 by Paul Hooley and James Defty, who through mutual friendships formed a band and began producing music alongside a number of local MCs. After hosting an event called In The Loop, they met a number of vocalists who they then began collaborating with in order to create a dynamic live show which combines the elements of hip-hop, funk breaks and original grooves.
Yo, I am Sparks, Manchester MC, producer, fucking guy.
Because we all get high. This for those morning, afternoon, night smokers. Steady eyes, still getting by, fully focused. Ready die, many will deny, but it's hopeless. Have a try, you may even like it. Toke this.
In the Loop's been a night. I think some of the people involved in the Mouse Outfit, or people who run the Mouse Outfit, together with Groovement, a few other people, I think, put together this event. It's like a lot of DJs spinning tunes, instrumentals and stuff for the MCs. A lot of the local MCs come through, like older MCs, younger MCs, and it was a bit of a meeting ground.
Yes, yes. In the loop. Rap shackle. You are not hip hop shit. Yo, I'm a mastermind when it comes to rhyming on tune. In the rhythm, let the bass drop your spine, make you move. Groove like you never seen a dance floor in your life. Shuffle it left, let me see you shuffle it right. See, I'm here to make it known, I'm a beat murderer. Murder beats, I'm a monster on the road, watch the speech, no effort.
The Mouse Outfit band used to come over and do the cypher as well. So they'd play some beats instrumental wise, and then all the MCs would go around and cypher around, and I feel like they just kind of, you know, clocked a few people there that they thought would suit what music they did at the time. So
to be you're yourself, not no other dude. See how these facts, I say it, stay true.
kind of feel like the writing process, a couple of them really, Children of the Stars, because that was like one of them ones where we kind of went back and forth, me and Double O, writing together, really kind of close knit. And another one with True Force Mufasa, Power Song, that was another one where it was like more of a fast-paced version of that, kind of coming from a different angle. It was like pretty sick, because they're both unique artists themselves, so to work with them both and try and cross over with them both, pretty sick. Right. Escape music was kind of, to be honest, it wasn't. We weren't making the tunes in the process of putting an album together. It was kind of just putting tunes out, and it's kind of the first few tunes that they did with videos and stuff we were involved in, and just building up towards an album without knowing it. But with Step Steadier, it was kind of like, after the album, we were like, right, we need to do another one of these albums. So we cracked on with that. So kind of a different approach, but yeah, just how it worked out at the time.
The Mouse Outfit's debut album, Escape Music, was released in May 2013 and features the likes of Black Josh, Dr. Syntax, Double O, Fox, Sparks and Trufos Mufasa. It claimed Wordplay magazine's Album of the Year award and showcased the potential of the group's ability to access a commercial market while staying true to their sound and character. Their second album, Step Steadier, was released in early 2015, this time incorporating a wider range of artists, including pre-established vocalists from other scenes such as High Focus Records, as well as those from their regular lineup. This release was able to gain recognition from ABC News in their top 50 albums of 2015. The live show is now mainly fronted by Sparks and Dr. Syntax and features a 9-piece live band which has toured throughout the UK and Europe. Through this success, many of the vocalists have come into the foreground of Manchester's music scene by regularly hosting events within the city. A renowned figure amongst the scene, DJ and events promoter Rich Reason founded Hit and Run, a local events company which provided many of the various MCs with a platform to perform live. This eventually led to the creation of Levels, a 14-man collective made up of producers, DJs and MCs who have since burst onto the scene with their notoriously chaotic live shows, which have captured the attention of a diverse following which spans across the UK and beyond.
Well, I mean, they've changed a lot. I mean, it's had ups and downs, for sure. I mean, obviously when it started, I mean, I'd lived in Manchester 2 years, and then I was already like resident, like warehouse project and Sankey's and stuff before it started it up here. But I used to play at Poonana, which is like our base now, which I think it might have shut down, but it used to be like a 2-4 club. And then the manager at the time, they used to have like nights, like Tuesday through Saturday, but they didn't have anything on a Monday. So she said to me, "Oh, do you want to start a drum and bass night every Monday? And we'll, help you out with like getting the sound system in." So we used to do just one floor at Poonana, and then it just sort of like slowly grew from there, really.
spirit. They can't believe it anymore. This is roughneck business, but your missus on the super.
Leveling, I'm leveling. Super spaceman traveling. It's Horatio, never listening. Shakespeare to get interim. In the back of the club, in the back of the blood, in the door, and I'm gone.
You know, it sort of moved with music at the time, and I've just tried to, always like sort of bring new exciting stuff that I'm excited about, or classic old stuff that I like that people have forgotten about, and then also a platform for local artists to, there's no better practice than performing for real in front of a crowd. So I'm pretty sure I gave Sparks his first ever PA set. There was several years where I was the only person in the country booking Dub Physics. No one else would book him. I was doing like Dub Chimpo used to go, oh, give my mate George, and I was George a set. Chunky I've worked closely with since he was like 17, 18. Obviously, that's kind of through hit and run, and having them down and giving them sets. That's kind of how I built up the trust, so that when Levels came about, we had that working relationship, and trust build up from me sort of paying them and trying to put them, give them good opportunities.
Years I've kind of been like on and off hosting Hit and Run, which is like a bass music hip hop thing, and the night kind of originated Levels. All the MCs and stuff from Levels kind of banded together and made a crew. But it's different from playing with a band, I suppose. A lot more rehearsal and stuff, practice goes into it. Travelling. A lot of the hosting and stuff is based in Manchester. It's with a crowd that see you quite often, but you get to see a lot of different people doing the band thing. And working with the band is pretty amazing as well.
It doesn't happen now when artists come up to Manchester. They want to play with Chunky and Skittles and Fox, you know what I mean? That's almost part of the fun of them coming up here. But, I remember when I booked Scream, and it was just as he dropped, In For The Kill remix. I don't know if that was before, it was like sort of peak Scream. And his agent was, I want you to book him with Pokes, and I had to fight quite hard for him to perform with Chunky, do you know what I mean? And that's what I've sort of tried to do is, it was largely, through sort of playing nights that I helped book, or, like Chunky met Loafer and stuff and it's trying to put people together, or so that people know about what's going on in the city, outside the city,
Now there's a scene that we can all go, yo, there's Children of Zeus, but there's also these guys, and there's also this girl, and there's also him, and it's nice to be able to do what, the whole Levels, Dub Physics, DRS, all them guys were doing a different thing, and they could all go, look, there's this next guy, and there's a Manchester scene, and now there's two Manchester scenes. Well, it's all one Manchester scene, because we're brothers with all them still, and brothers and sisters with, but there's a next kind of tempo and sound which we can all go, yo, this is our thing, and Manchester's doing it, and everyone's once again looking at Manchester in the next way. Yeah. And big shout out to all them guys, like the Levels crew, because they came together and brought, when people say, yo, Manchester don't work together, all them guys were separate entities that came together and worked together, and if you can't say that's not Manchester working together, I don't know what is. Yeah. So shout out to them guys, because that built a whole thing, and
I think that's why Manchester's so buzzing now.
It gives, as an MC, especially someone...
Gives men hope.
Yeah, especially someone that makes, make a lot of my own music and stuff like that, and I have a band when we play live. It is an inspiration to see them, man, going, overseas and around Europe and all that kind of shit, because it just shows you that you never 6 degrees of separation away from what you sort of idealize going into an industry.
Room 2 is kind of Room 2 Records is kind of a hub for a lot of the Manchester artists coming through at the moment. So quite a lot of people, releasing stuff recently on there. Sangi, Freewise. I've got a project coming up soon, kind of like that. Go get that. Angle 3. Ellis Mead, the stuff he's doing as well. He's also part sort of owner of Room 2. Like the stuff he's doing is pretty dope, man. Pretty dope, inspirational shit.
We formed as a crew when we was about 15 and then all met Paul from the Mouse Outfit through college, just whilst we were first started sort of doing music with Room 2 and that. And then I think the first interaction we had with them doing a show was we did a big night at the Ritz with Levels, Mouse Outfit and Room 2, which was sort of the start of when things were coming together. Which is there. Which is there.
2014
and yeah, so obviously since then we've done quite a lot of gigs with them at Band on the Wall and like other venues and that. And they brought us out at Soul Fest as well on the main stage, and we did a gym with them. So like pretty much that whole festival, which was pretty
Yeah, man. I feel like what they're doing is kind of inspiring because you've got like the way how obviously there's a lot of hip hop artists in the city anyway, and it's not like hip hop obviously wasn't here before they was here, but it's like the live element that they're kind of putting in with the like jazz funky fusion and thing kind of obviously makes it more accessible for that. Not even that makes it more accessible for like a commercial spotlight. So obviously in terms of my own music, and I'm sure our own music as well, it like gives you can see like a certain lane where like obviously that's what I'm saying of like where you could take your music in it, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously hip hop is not orthodoxy like exactly applicable for the commercial setting, but with the that's what I'm saying, with the angle that they're approaching it from, it obviously could definitely work. So
it's quite tight knit. It's quite tight knit compared to the sort of stories I hear or whatever of crews elsewhere or groups in different cities and shit like that. But I feel like maybe up north it's kind of more of a togetherness vibe. Down south I feel like it's more of a togetherness vibe for business purposes, but not an all bad mind to just it makes sense or whatever, this is a good business move or whatever, but we're kind of not fully, as a city, not fully in that world yet, do you know what I mean? Like, well concerned with the business side of it, because it's the passion of it sort of comes through first.
The strength of Levels is the community that birthed them, a city that, unlike London, is small enough to always have a space to welcome someone in and make them a part of daily life. Therefore, as we look to the future, it is inevitable that new artists will continue to emerge within this accommodating Manchester scene. The Mouse Outfit and Levels have now cemented their legacies within the local community and will continue to develop over the years to come as they look to expand their sphere of influence to more of an international level.
Mouse Outfit, yes. Air Max lights, Air Max skylines, Air Max 1s up to the 95s. Nikes on my feet and a bag of weed to keep my cipher complete. Keep my cipher complete. Air Max lights, Air Max skylines, Air Max 1s up to the 95s. Nikes on my feet and a bag of weed.